Hello and welcome to the Shasta College Financial Aid Satisfactory Academic Policy SAP video. The intent of this video is to provide you with key information to stay in compliance with the SAP standards to maintain your financial aid eligibility. It is important that you are aware of all three SAP standards and that you monitor your own SAP status semester by semester. While we make every effort to notify you, when you are not making progress, not being notified does not change your SAP status and financial aid eligibility. First, let's discuss what is SAP. SAP was established by the Department of Education to encourage students to stay on track and achieve their educational goals. The Department of Ed has mandated three standards that students must comply with to remain eligible to receive financial aid, which are a 2.0 GPA, 67% PACE, and 150% quantitative standard. In the next few slides, we will cover each more in depth. The first one is a cumulative GPA. All students must maintain a cumulative 2.0 GPA in order to maintain good standing for financial aid purposes. Keep in mind that the more units you have completed, the more weight they will have in determining your cumulative GPA. Your first and second semester will be heavily weighted based on how many you complete that semester. As you can see in this example, this student has completed a lot of units. So even though the term GPA was not met, the cumulative was. The second one is PACE. All students must maintain a cumulative 67% PACE in order to maintain good standing for financial aid purposes. The calculation is based on the number of units completed versus the number of units attempted, including W's and F's. An example of this standard is if a student has attempted a total of 65 units and completed a total of 55 units, their total PACE would be 0.846 or 85%. So this student has met the PACE standard. The third one is the quantitative standard. All students must not exceed 150% of total attempted units, including W's and F's, required for their declared major. An example of the standard is if a student has declared an Associate of Science degree as their major, which requires 60 units, they could not exceed 90 units because 150% of 60 is 90. So in this example, the student has exceeded the 100%, which would put them in a warning status, which brings us to the next slide. If you fall below in the PACE or GPA or are getting close to your quantitative 100% mark, you will be placed in a warning status, which means you will have one semester to clear your warning status. In that semester, you must clear all SAP standards in order to remain eligible to receive financial aid. If you go into a warning status for the quantitative standard, you will need to meet with a counselor and request a comprehensive ed plan and submit it to the financial aid office. If you cannot complete your major within 150% of what is required for your major, you will be determined ineligible and can go through the appeal process for an extension of units. We also require students to submit their grades at the end of their warning semester for a reevaluation of eligibility. If you become ineligible, you have two ways to regain your eligibility. The first way is to continue attending without receiving financial aid, excluding the BOG fee waiver, but grants, loans, and scholarship. Once you have met all three SAP standards, submit your grades for a reevaluation. The second way to regain your eligibility is to go through the appeal process. Every student can appeal once, and they are evaluated on a case-by-case basis. The first step is to submit a request to appeal form, which can be found on the SAP policy website. This initiates your file being evaluated by our Director of Financial Aid for a determination of whether you need to go through the appeal process or not. If you are not required to go through the appeal process, she will mail you a letter of explanation. If you are required to go through the appeal process, you will be mailed an official appeal packet, which you must submit back as soon as possible. Your file and appeal packet will then be evaluated by an appeals committee. Once reviewed, you will be mailed a letter of explanation. Keep in mind, this is a process and takes time, so be patient. Two more important items to cover is how remedial and repeat classes play into the SAP evaluation. Remedial classes are any classes that are at the 200 level, and up to 30 attempted units can be funded without affecting your PACE or quantitative standard. Any 200 level courses after that will affect your PACE and quantitative status. In regards to repeat classes, you can be funded twice for one class. For example, if you receive F or W your first attempt and a B the second attempt, any future attempts would not be funded. Real quick, we're going to take a look at our website so you're aware of how to locate this important information and locate the request to appeal form in case you need to appeal. So from the Shasta College main website, click on the financial aid homepage and then click on the Satisfactory Academic Progress Policy link. This provides you all of the information presented in this video. If you scroll down, this is where you would find the request to appeal form if it was open at this time. It's not currently open for the fall semester. It will be available to submit August 18th, 2014. So, the moral of the story is to stay in the clear on the SAP standards. Meet with your counselor regularly, only take classes required for your major, and seek help from your teacher, other students, and/or tutoring if you are falling behind. Thank you for watching this video, and we hope that it has helped you understand the SAP standards. We appreciate any feedback you may have and request that you submit it through a survey link found below this video. Check out other videos for more detailed information on specific subjects. In case you need to contact us with any question, here is our contact information. Like us on Facebook for any updates on federal and state changes, as well as processing timeframes. As always, we wish you success in meeting your educational goals.